All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harachakodash, that belong to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, blessings unto the hopeful elect. Shalom unto you. Bro Shabbat here. Another video. And I just want to kind of walk down, if you will, the idea of how these situations that are in current events, such as we have here inflation and cost of food and energy soars. All right, and this is talking about the UK, but we also see it here in America. Okay, in different parts of the world, and they're blaming Ukraine, and none of that matters. What does matter is what's going to happen because of this. I happen to work in retail, and you can see that the people are in the store stealing more and more. Since gas prices have risen, crime has risen. That's just theft. So I can only imagine, as things get more severe, what's going to happen. All right, so this says, the headline says, inflation. UK inflation hits 40-year high of 9% as cost of food and energy soars. Okay. Headline, CPI rate fueled by increase in household bills and rising transport costs. Okay. And like I told the security guard that patrols or whatever the area where I work, I was like, hey, you got to understand. It was a Jake, of course. I was like, you got to understand. Gas prices and food prices rising, they aren't going to be able to have money for all this other stuff. So, coming in and shopping. So the money's got to come from somewhere. So if they're paying for gas, more money for food, the regular other stuff that they need, and sometimes for a lot of Jakes, they can't afford the food to be comfortable like they would like to be. So what are they going to do? They come in the store, they steal, and they sell it back or whatever they do, trade it in for money and food, or to aid their habits or whatever. But this is what we're seeing. Okay? And it's only going to continue to jump. It says rising inflation makes action by Sunak a question of when, not if. Right? Business live updates, poorest households face highest inflation. See it? View from a checkout. Now it's people stealing everyday things. Okay? People are literally stealing everyday things. Someone literally broke into the packaging and stole rubber bands. Like the simplicity is paper clips. The simplicity of shit that people are stealing is crazy. But when you start really thinking about it, it's like, why would I pay for that when I'm gonna need that $1 for one more ounce of gas or whatever it is? It equals up to be one more 20th of a tank of a gallon, of gas. I could use that gas to go a little bit further. I can use that to get one more packet of top ramen for the kids. Whatever, man. Okay? But this is what's happening. People are stealing food. People are stealing simple household items they don't want to pay for. Okay? The escalating cost of food is adding to the pressure on UK households. Okay, UK inflation soared to 9% in April, its highest level for more than 40 years, as the rising cost of gas and electricity pushed household energy to record levels. Now, I'm not actually going to read this because the main point that I want to make, but it's going to show all of this, right? And maybe get rid of that, whatever that is.
So show me the puppy cam.
Okay.
We don't want that. Maybe on this dumbass shit. Anyway, can't move it. Get rid of it. To read the article. So here's the graphs and all of that. Okay. And you see it's all the way up there again. All right. That's the graph. Okay. So we'll go into that another time, or you can pause it and look into that. But let's get to these scriptures and where this is actually going to go. All right. What's the purpose of all of this? Well, people will do less for crime, do more crime for less benefit, if you will. People will steal a quart of milk. Now, where they wouldn't have, they might have just stole meat. Now they're stealing meat, that, potatoes, whatever they can get. People are literally loading up baskets and just walking out of stores and daring somebody. I had a guy, matter of fact, that same security guard was like, hey, somebody put a knife on me, on them and the store manager. Put a knife on them like, hey, don't stop us. You know, you run up, I'm cutting you. Like, and it was a woman doing it. That's the craziest part, with the knife. You know? So as things get tougher, man, you're going to see that purge mentality of people just being, of lawlessness going on. All right? And where's that going to lead? That's going to lead to martial law. Okay? They're going to have to do something about controlling the people that are going to begin to riot. All right? When the cost gets too high. I'm going to hit a few precepts on this. Okay? And then what's going to happen? And then they're going to lock it all down to where the only way you can get these goods, these essentials that you need, is if you take their implant. Okay? That's the point. So let's get the precepts on it. All right, straight to the point. Verse 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Yeah, so people are going to be going in each other's houses, man. Rifling through the houses. Okay? To take things from other people. Okay? I skipped past this. 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's martial law. You're not going to be able to go and have access to certain parts that you once had access to in the city to get certain goods. Okay? And if you don't take the venom, then that's another something that they're going to hold food and resources against you. Okay? From there, let's go to and they're going to invade one another. So let's go from there to the bookmarks. Let's go to Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Don't be found with groceries in your house and goods, because you already got your implant. Okay? People going to break in your house and take that from you. Okay, and they're not going to care about how many cameras you got, man. It's dog eat dog. People are going to be starving out there. I'm going to do what they got to do. It says, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Yeah, so if you're one of those wicked people, those heathen out there that just completely bought into this world, hey, you're going to become targets, man, for those, the have-nots. All right? Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. This is how bad it's going to get out there, man. Okay? It's going to get bad out there. Lawlessness. So when they need that chaos, so they can lock it down and control it. Once they lock it down and control it, then they can implement order out of chaos. All right? From there, let's go to 2 Esdras 16. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Yeah, if you got food and you're escaping the hunger, people are going to come in and destroy you with the sword, man. And the modern day sword is the gun. All right? We're going to come and destroy you, man, to take your goods. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. There's no grave diggers. Nobody's going to have to slow down let's bury him and make a headstone. No one's going to care about that. Going to be concerned with their life and getting their food and drinks and whatever they need. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the ground and to sow it. No jobs. Okay? People are going to be too busy looking for food to be worried about jobs. 31. Even so, in those days shall there be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. They're going to go house to house. Okay? Some people will go house to house looking for goods. Some will be the troops going house to house. It says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man traveleth there through. Okay, so they're not going to be going the usual routes to get things. It said, in the wars, 34, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Okay, this is what's going to happen. There's not going to be a protector. All right, not going to be a protector for you. Got to go. All right. 41. He that selleth, let him be as though he that fleeth away. He that buyeth, as one that will lose. You're not gonna get what you are trying to get, man. That you normally go and make purchases, you're not gonna be able to. Why? Because you're gonna need that implant. Once they get order out of the chaos that's coming. Because when people don't have food, that's when they lose it, man. When people lose everything, they lose it. He that occupieth merchandise, as he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth, as if he should not reap. Okay, you're going to grow stuff, but you're not going to get the benefits of it. And he that planteth the vineyard, as he that shall not gather the grapes. People going to break into your bunkers, man, and get your food. The Israelites not getting them all, man. The men of the Lord is going to be guided to those bunkers to get food, but there's others that know where it's at, and they're going to go and invade you for your bunker, man. Okay? They that marry as though they shall not get no children. You better watch the movie The Road, man, to see how gruesome it could get out there. And they that marry not as the widowers. Yep. And therefore they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruits. Others going to take the food from them and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. By the way, and what do you think people are going to turn to? They're going to turn back to cannibalism. And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more I will be angry with them for their sin, saith the Lord. And that's going into Jake, man. Because we up there trying to be comfortable, but the Lord's house is at waste. All right? So I'll wrap it up with this last precept, which we all know. I'll read it right here. Revelation chapter 13, straight to the point, verse 16. Matter of fact, I'll go to 15. And he that had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that technological way of life, you got to buy into that, man. They're going to want you to buy into that. How? By taking their implant. By believing in their whole setup of their system. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now they can torture you, or they can just starve you out, man. All right, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That is that charagma, an implant. Okay, and that no man might buy or sell. You're not going to have the money nor the currency, the digital currency, to make these purchases unless you're into that system. But the moment you sign up into that system, read Revelation 14, man. It's going to show you what's going to happen to those that receive the mark of the beast. All right. Anyway, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're gonna get destroyed for taking it, man. But this is where this is all leading to. All right. You got to be able to see it. It's going to be massive people starving and crime and all of that. They're going to bring in martial law and shut off the cities. They're going to go house to house looking for the men of the Lord. And people are going to go house to house, trying to stop domestic terrorists. That's what they're going to call it. But they're also going to be looking for food. People are going to rifle the houses for food. This is going to be all out chaos like the purge. And eventually you're going to have to sign up and get that injection, man, and that implant. All right? That's the end game what this devil's doing, to set up his new world order. All right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I got to go. Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahshua, Bashim, Rakakadash, Dawada, Dimyad. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, and blessings on to the elect. Until the next one. Shalom.